Potato Cats, and we're a third-year FLL team. Our problem that we're trying to address is dogs overheating in cars. Our solution is the Hot Diggity Dog Alert that texts your phone when your dog is beginning to overheat.
The problem we're trying to solve is hundreds of overheating dogs die each year in hot cars, tarmacs, and police vehicles. 80% of dog owners leave their dogs in cars without knowing how hot it can get within a short period of time. Dogs who experience heat stroke may have symptoms like red gums, vomiting, or seizures. A car that is about 75 degrees Fahrenheit can reach over 109 degrees Fahrenheit within a 30-minute period, with the windows rolled up. It is not illegal to leave your dog in the car unless they are put in immediate danger, but surprisingly, it is illegal to leave your dog tied to a post.
Yeah, okay. Other devices like ours are either very expensive or require a 2-year active renovation of cell and pager services through the companies. For instance, there's a device that would unlock the doors and roll down the windows of the car, but that is currently only being used by police canine units and not the general consumer public. Our device, instead of just measuring the ambient temperature like most devices, it would also measure the rate of change of the temperature so that we can alert you so you can get to your dog in time. It would sound an alarm so that passerbys could easily help by smashing the window and freeing your dog. And it would have an app that would incorporate breed-specific information for setting temperature thresholds based on the type of dog that you have.
Hi, I'm here to talk about solution development. We, the Potato Cats, divided our group into 2 different teams, the design team and the manufacturing team. The design team was in charge of choosing the name and logo for the Hot Diggity Dog product, as well as choosing the optimal location of sensors within the enclosure. They also built and constructed the entire project enclosure. The manufacturing team, on the other hand, had to determine which parts they wanted to use, program and maintain the entire Hot Diggity Dog program. They also ran a series of verification tests to make sure that the product, that the program and hardware was both reliable and accurate, and researched some of the temperature fluctuations of dogs and hot cars. Some other ideas that we had were to measure the dog's temperature directly, putting the device on a collar, measuring the heart rate of the dog, and motion sensors. Here's a picture of our manufacturing team hard at work.
To implement our idea, we decided to make a working prototype that would incorporate some of the features that we would expect in our final design, as you can see here. And currently it's made of hobbyist equipment, which is too expensive and too bulky for our use. And if we were to make a company, we would make it small. We make the components smaller, cheaper, and more specialized for our needs. And we've talked to several manufacturing companies such as Fitbit in California Model and Design, both of which they support us, and they told us the steps for manufacturing if we were to move on.
We did market research to interview our ideal customers by creating a survey using SurveyMonkey and going to various dog parks such as Fort Funston and posting the link on Facebook. We got 100+ responses, and 2 of our 10 questions were, what is your first reaction to a product? We got 66% of very positive and 26% of somewhat positive. We asked people what they'd like in a product like this. A lot of people wanted it smaller, cheaper, easy to use, and more reliable. Next steps for rollout. We're gonna fix our product according to the survey by making it smaller, adding an on and off switch reminder, and making an app for our device. We're going to do more research into the exact temperatures of dogs, depending on their breed, age, and other specific information. We're going fundraising on different fundraising accounts such as Indiegogo to submit a patent, and we're also talking to design and manufacturing consultants on where to sell our device and how to sell our device.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. We're now going to demonstrate our prototype. we're the Potato Cats, and we're a third-year FLL team. Our problem that we're trying to address is dogs overheating in cars. Our solution is the Hot Diggity Dog Alert that is that texts your phone when your dog is beginning to overheat.
How did you guys come up with this idea?
Well, at first we were going to do a bee bomb, which is a seed packet that you throw into the ground, and then it explodes and has bee seeds. But then we figured out that there was a lot of other products like that on the market, so then we came up with the idea.
Also, most of us have dogs, so it's kind of near and dear to our hearts, and it's like important.
Who else did you present this to?
Well, we presented this to 3 veterinarians, and we also presented it to a representative from Fitbit and someone from the company California Model and Design.
We also talked to 3 vets.
How much would this unit cost?
Well, currently with all the hobbyist equipment, it costs around $100, but we've talked with the manufacturing companies and they said that we can easily lower the price by just using more compact and more specialized components.
Do you
We
know
est-
how much?
We estimate the cost to be around at under $30.
Did you learn anything surprising from this from the project?
I learned that it's actually not legal to leave your dog in a car, but it is illegal to leave your dog tied to a post. It's kind of crazy.
I also learned that in San Francisco, even though it's kind of cold, they have 1 to 2 cases of overheating dogs a week.
I learned how quickly a car can overheat, even in San Francisco.
Well, I learned that it's the dogs like when the windows are down, it only affects the temperature by 3%.
Did your team focus more on the robot overall or the project?
I think we focused more on the. I guess I'd say we focused more on the project because it just took a lot of coding and like soldering and designing everything, and I feel like that was more the main part of what we did.
And I think we're all really excited with the project.
Although I do think that we did a lot more work on the robot, since the robot didn't work as well as we had hoped for as the project did. So we needed to put more work in it for it to.
How did working with an expert help you?
Well, it helped us in thinking about what we should do next if we were to do this and what type of container we would probably use to place our project in.
It also helped us come up with more ideas.
Now, what does gracious professionalism mean to you?
Well, I think it means supporting other teams no matter what they are doing, even if it's like us.
How did you get into FLL?
Well, we're a third-year team, and most of us started. The Potato Cats started as from Celsius and Beyond, a small summer camp program, and then they decided to have a first Lego League team after that. And 3 of the members from that team are still here. Wyeth, Mary, and myself. And then the second year, we decided to go out on our own and try to be our own team. And then we got on a pre-owned that year. And then this is our 3rd year, and we got Finn and Cash this year.
Would you do this FLL again next year?
Well, I can't because I'm aging out this year.
Yes,
Probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
until we age out.
And then there's FTC, and then this is big back and then FRC, and then mentors, and then volunteers.
Okay, okay.
How often did you guys meet on average?
Well, I think at the beginning, when we first got the challenges, we met around once a week. And then as we started getting closer and closer to the competition, we went to like 2 times a week until we finally, during the week of competition, it was like 3 or 4 times that week.
Do you have any general advice for rookie teams?
even if you have like some ups and downs, just push through them.
Well, even if you're like, for instance, even if you like you're not friends, like you don't like another person on your team work together.
Is there anything that when you were in your rookie year, you wish someone had told you?
I guess like for me, the amount of commitment you would need to put into this.
How much fun it is.
Yeah.
Even though it can be
prepared for that.
Even though it
Lot
can
of fun.
be, even though it can be really stressful, like the robotics, actual robotics competition, like the 2 minutes and 30 seconds, it can be a lot. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, in the end, it's really fun.
Even if you don't win, it'll still be a lot of fun.
Also, be prepared for your robot to just mess up for no reason.
And it's not your fault.
Not do mention.
And have good hats and shirts.
Yeah, costumes matter.
Yay! Oh, and have a catchy name. Like the potato cat.
Potato, potato, potato cat. Meow.